They let in 3,500 Haitians. The place looks like a nuclear bomb.
The top floor, the classes would literally be filled with Haitians. Every single classroom. No white people, no nothing. It was just Haitians.
America need people, man. America need people because...
Across America, there has been a sudden influx of Haitian migrants being dropped off into small towns, and after rumors and videos of Haitian migrants eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, and then Donald Trump saying on national television,
"They're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats."
I wanted to give you an inside look as to how hundreds of thousands of Haitian migrants have entered into small communities across America. In this video, I'll be visiting 2 countries and 3 states across America to really show how all this happened and how communities are being affected from this influx of Haitian migrants. Due to gangs taking over the country and the economy of Haiti, it is now estimated that 1 out of 25 Haitians are now living in the United States, and it has been proven and admitted by the current government that they have flown in over 400,000 illegal immigrants into the country using the CBP One app. But what is the CBP One app? Let's let Joe Biden explain.
If they're seeking asylum, they can use an app on their cell phone called CBP One, O-N-E.
It's reported that over 60 million requests have been sent through that app. However, in order to use the app, a migrant has to arrive in Mexico and then they can apply. I visited Mexico earlier in the year to see what was actually happening, and this Haitian migrant explained exactly how the process works.
How are the migrants getting here from Haiti?
Some of them come directly from Haiti. Some of them were in Brazil. Others were in French Guyana. Then they have decided to enter first Mexico so that they can enter the United States of America. Because, you know, the president has come with 2 different programs that help immigrants to enter the United States. And that's almost all their dream, to enter the United States.
So all the migrants love Joe Biden.
That's their best ever president.
Are the migrants worried if Donald Trump wins the election?
That would be a nightmare for them if Trump wins that election.
While I was in Mexico, I went inside of these migrant encampments that were controlled by the cartels, and eventually I was even kicked out as a beer bottle was thrown at my head.
We came right here just doing our way to go to the United States of America. There are bad people, good people right here. The reason why we avoid just to talk with.
So are there a lot of bad people here?
Yes.
Are you guys also waiting for your CBP One app right now?
Yes, we are waiting for our CBP, our money.
And where are the majority of these people from?
They are from Venezuela and IT. We have a lot of people from IT.
And do you hope that your life will be better in the United States, or what's your plans?
As these migrants wait for their appointment via the CBP One app, they have to live inside these inhumane camps like these ones here in Mexico City. However, if they do not receive an appointment, they eventually do cross the border, but if they are given the appointment, they are then given a date they need to show up at a border or at a location in Mexico where they are then flown into the United States. And most recently, in a small town in Pennsylvania with a population of around 4,000, they received over 1,000 Haitian migrants that suddenly appeared in the city, and it is now just coming out in the news.
They let in 3,500 Haitians. The place looks like a nuclear bomb.
What can you tell us about the city of Charleroi?
Well, it has a rich heritage. It goes way back. We make glass here. There's other businesses. Currently, we're getting like immigrants here.
Yeah, how come Charleroi has been receiving a large amount of Haitian migrants?
Just the way it worked out.
How do you guys feel about all the migrants coming into the city?
Well, everyone been talking to me about it, but they're more than welcome here. Everyone I run across, truth, they work, they go to church, they pay their bills. I don't know where all the negativity is coming from.
In the main street in town, I found some of the Haitian migrants that had set up their own stores, and I tried to speak to some of them, but none of them spoke English.
We're down here in downtown Charleroi. What's interesting, we just walked into this store right here. 3 Haitians, none of them speak English, but then if you come to this street right here, what's even more interesting is this one says Virgo by Western Union. Western Union is a way for people to send money to other countries, and so what they are doing is they have all these shops that are set up here where they're able to make money here inside the United States and then go to a place like Western Union and send that money back to their country in Haiti. And this is another store here on the main street where they can transfer money over to other countries like Haiti. How long have you been here for?
I have 2 months. Do you speak Spanish?
Sí, hablo español. So I speak Spanish, he speaks Spanish as well. ¿Y cómo llegaste aquí?
¿Cómo llegaste aquí? Con visa.
Con visa.
Yeah.
Pero aplicación CBP1?
Esa cosa un poquito personal, disculpe. No puedo responder ese tipo de palabras, pero es un poco personal.
Cuando llegaste aquí en avión a los Estados Unidos?
Aquí sí, con avión.
¿Y cómo supiste que podría venir aquí a Charleroi?
Vine aquí porque antes llegué en Pittsburgh, de aeropuerto, entrar aquí porque antes tengo un amigo gringo que vive aquí,
Okay.
un americano.
And so your gringo friend told you to come here to Charleroi.
Yes,
¿Has sido bien aquí en Charleroi?
Sí, sí, estoy bien aquí, poquito. No sé por qué tiene tanto palabra negativo ahora. Yo escuché mucha gente que habla, dice que aquí tiene tanto palabra, dice que los americanos no quieren ver los inmigrantes que viven aquí, pero todavía no lo vi eso aquí.
¿Es la verdad que el gobierno les da dinero cuando llegaste aquí?
Normalmente yo creo que cuando la gente viene aquí, si la persona tiene plata, dinero, para vivir y porque viene. Yo creo que sí. Para mí, yo creo que sí.
And when the Haitians come in here, are they using money from the government, or is it like a card from the government, or are they giving like physical cash?
Physical, not like they work, so yeah, physical sometimes, but it's usually like EBT, so when the government tries to help them, that's what they usually give.
Mm-hmm. And are you able to see how much money is on the back of the EBT cards after you process it?
Only like through transactions like these.
And how much money do you see on these EBT cards?
Well, I don't really know because it kind of depends on everything. Because I usually see like hundreds, usually sometimes like not able to buy anything.
Oh,
but it really just like depends on how much the government actually like sees how much they need and then they would give them.
So the government does like just give them like X amount of money, like a few $100s every now.
I have no idea.
So a lot of these migrants have came into these small towns like Charleroi because apparently these cities are not doing well, and so they figured, well, if we bring in all these migrants here, we can maybe start something fresh here in the economy of these small towns like Charleroi. How long have you been here for?
3 years.
3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And are people upset with all the migrants that came here into the city?
No, never see that.
How do you feel about all the other migrants that recently came into Charleroi?
I feel good because they coming to put the city going up. Before you can make like 400 1 week. Now it's better than 400. You see, America changed, everything changed, man. So the immigrant help this country.
Yeah.
They really help the country. I don't see nothing bad here. Nothing bad. Everything slow down. Your people, my people, Spanish people, African people, Asian people, Nepal people, a lot of people here, but it's like for like 14 nations here in Charleroi.
And do you think the United States of America should keep allowing migrants to come into small towns like Charleroi?
America need people, man. America need people because we work, when we come in here, we work 7 a day. So it's not something we come in to be lazy, you know. We help the country, man. We help the town.
Do any of the migrants receive money from the government once they arrive here into Charleroi?
Yeah, the government helps a little bit.
And what do they help with?
SNAP food, maybe tea. So I don't know. I just got help from ABT, but a lot of people got different help. You feel me?
How much money does the government give to some of the migrants?
In Florida, I remember when I was in Florida, Miami, they give me 700. You feel me? So when I'm coming here, it's coming down to $291. So it's some food money.
Okay, so they give you money for food only.
Yeah, but you pay that too. When you start working, you pay it back. You pay everything by tax. So.
Okay, yeah, with taxes, right?
Yeah, I pay everything. And Medicare, all is like 200 tax every fucking week. So that's why we use it.
As black folks, you know what I'm saying, okay, there's another race coming in and okay, they want to be more superior than them and they want, hold on, they get government assistance and government won't give us assistance. So I see a lot of jealousy and enviousness going on. I ain't see these people messing with nobody. They mind their own business, they doing their own thing.
I don't think anyone's saying these people are bad people. I think the people are just upset, like you just said right now, that you feel like they're taking over and getting the resources that you should be getting, right?
Right, well, I'm there getting the resources too. You know what I mean? I guess they out there for whoever want to get them. But at the same time, I understand what people are saying about that. But it's not them that's doing it. It's the government and it's the companies. Because they can pay them lower money to work for them versus giving them, I guess, what they want to pay us.
And what kind of benefits are the migrants getting once they come here to the town?
From the government, they probably getting money from the government. You know what I mean? From what I heard, you know what I mean? They give them tens of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, and help them get properties and jobs and cars. And we trying to figure out, I mean, well, how's they driving when they can't read or understand the language too much?
They cause a lot of car crashes here?
There's been a couple. There's been a few. Yeah, they done ran in somebody's house and everything.
And while we are on the topic of car accidents, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Morgan & Morgan. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. And Morgan & Morgan, they don't sell for any lowball offers. They've achieved significant verdicts in the past couple of months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes. For instance, in Florida, they helped a client receive $12 million, which was 34 times the highest insurance offer. And in Philadelphia, they helped a client receive $26 million, which was 40 times the highest insurance offer. And the greatest part is the fee is absolutely free unless you win. If you've ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions of dollars, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at www.forthepeople.com/Nick. It's super simple, www.forthepeople.com/Nick. And now let's keep moving forward with the video as we talk to a resident who actually had to move outside of the city of Charleroi because he could not afford rent anymore because of the influx of migrants.
You guys are moving out. And why
they're moving out, I'm helping them move out.
Okay.
I moved out last year over this. I actually used to live right there.
And why are so many people deciding to move out of Charleroi?
Because, I mean, they're taking all the jobs, basically. There's no help for the people here. These people just get to run around to do pretty much whatever they want.
Yeah, and why do you think the government is incentivizing these people to come to these small towns like this one here?
I don't understand it. It's not fair to them either, because once, like, these, you know, factories dry up, where are these people going to work?
And so you moved out of Charleroi because the prices were going up, or?
The prices of rent were going up. As like I said, the landlords too, they're taking advantage of the migrants coming in, so they're upping the rent because they can get double what they're getting off of normal people, like compared to a year ago from these migrants.
How much were you paying in rent?
I was paying $550, and then it went up to, I think, $1,200 is what it's at now.
Do you feel like now the city of Charleroi, well, the government in general, is putting the migrants over the American citizens?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what would incentivize them to do that?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think it's political.
How much money do you think these migrants are receiving from the government?
I mean, I've heard they get anywhere from $900 to $1,100 for a single person.
A month?
Yes. Then they get some kind of a cash benefit. I believe it's $2,400.
$2,400 a month as well. So it's not the problem that these people are Haitians.
No,
like it's not a race thing. They're nice people.
I work for like a lot of them. I do a mobile mechanic business. They're nice people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the influx of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that encourages like the landlords to jack the rent up because they know they got the money for it. Considering Charleroi didn't have a huge population before and then to dump so many off here just don't make any sense to me.
But how many people do you think are living inside of these homes?
I've worked on a few of these houses. I've seen up to 12 people in a 2-bedroom house.
And that's why they're able to raise the rent so much, because they got 12 people that are all getting $1,200 from the government.
Some of these landlords, not all of them, but some of them will do what they do is they'll charge per head for these Haitians. So they'll like take a regular house like that one there. Mm-hmm. They'll put 8 or 9 of them in there and charge them $750 a month per person.
Wow, so these landlords are making a lot of money off all these migrants coming into this town.
Yeah, that's what makes it terrible. Like, because now they're jacking the rent up. The normal people who used to live here can't afford to live here.
How did they get here?
They go to like Columbus, Ohio, and somewhere in New Jersey, and then they kind of just drive down here. They give them cars and everything. Like you'll notice a lot of Ohio temporary tags when you're driving around. That's where they come from.
Really? How are they getting these cards if they're not citizens? They don't have driver's license.
The government's giving it to them. Simple as that. They give them an allowance for vehicles, I know that.
What I want to know is how are they coming in as quickly? I don't have a problem with immigration if you do it the right way. As far as the whole thing of eating pets, have I seen it? No. Is it possible? Yes, I believe so, because of the fact that a lot of these people practice voodoo. It is their religion. We have freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
Here, have there been any reports of any animals missing here inside of Charleroi?
To my knowledge, no, but I do feed the stray cats in town, and it seems like there's not a lot of them anymore.
And do you feel safe living here in Charleroi?
For the most part. Mm-hmm. I felt worse when the drug dealers were all living here.
What would you say is the greatest side effect that has resulted with all the influx of migrants coming into this town?
The driving is just ridiculous. My sister's concerned about me being here election night if President Trump wins again. She's afraid of retaliation, and I said, I'm not leaving. It is what it is.
Yeah, from retaliation from the Haitians?
Yes.
5 years from now, what does the city of Charleroi look like?
Like the Bronx in New York.
What do you see here on the streets on the daily?
Garbage everywhere, dog crap, the alleys are all bad. They fly through the alleys like it's a racetrack. Like I said, they ride around with no license plates on their cars sometimes.
Would you ever imagine that your small town of Charleroi would look like this?
No, never.
And why do you think the government is targeting small towns like Charleroi?
I have no idea.
Would you say the migrants, or would you say the government has more blame on what's happening here?
Government. To be honest with you, some of them are decent, some of them are not decent. You know, some of them are respectful, and some of them are very rude and ignorant.
Yeah. It's not the problem that they're other races, it's just the fact that they're just like surprising cities like Charleroi with 10,000.
Right, exactly.
Even if it's 500 people, that's a lot of people.
Right, exactly.
From Charleroi, we then headed to Springfield, Ohio, where they had recently received an influx of nearly 20,000 Haitian immigrants. When I arrived at Springfield, Ohio, none of the Haitian migrants agreed to speak on camera. However, I did meet some migrants who were flown into the country using the CBP-1 app.
Did you guys come here with the Haitians? ¿Vinieron aquí con los haitianos?
Sí.
¿Cómo llegaron aquí usted y su familia? How did you guys get here, you and your family?
Bien por la cita de CBP-1.
Por el CBP-1. So they came by the CBP-1 app y fueron trasladados en avión para llegar a los Estados Unidos?
Yes.
Really? You were flown by plane from Mexico, or where did you guys catch your flight?
Mexico a Columbus. Por escala.
Oh, wow. Wow, so they came straight from Mexico, then to Columbus, Ohio.
Then I met a family who decided to spill all the information about what is actually happening in Springfield, Ohio.
I know you guys have probably seen the news and everything like that. Do you guys believe the rumors to be true?
Yeah.
Have you guys personally ever seen anybody eating a cat or a dog here?
I seen a Haitian carrying a goose by its neck.
Wow.
And then we seen a van with like a whole bunch of cats in it.
Really?
And a Haitian driving it.
It was a white van.
Really?
With the Haitian
Full of
driving
cats.
How have you guys had any friends or family that have had their pets gone missing?
Yes. My aunt.
Can you tell us about that?
So she used to have this cat, and then so it's like an outside cat. And then next thing you know, give it about a week or two, it's gone missing, and we check her cameras, and someone's took it. And it was a Haitian carrying it down the road.
The school is like, I would say about like, I don't even know, like 50% of the schools, or maybe a little bit more, are Haitians. For the past couple of years, like, they're filling the classrooms up, and we don't have the translators to help the teachers, and they're just really disrespectful. I mean, the footage got taken down, but before Christmas break, there's two Haitians got caught f***ing in the stairway.
At school?
Yes, at school. There was video. Another thing, the age limit to go to school is 21.
Yeah.
And there'd be 21-year-olds in freshman classes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay because I'm not saying all of them, but some of my friends have literally got violated by them and harassed.
So the 21-year-olds are inside the high schools?
Yes. It's not okay.
What percentage of students at your high school would you say are migrants that have recently came into the United States?
I'd say like 60%. The top floor, the classes would literally be filled with Haitians. Every single classroom. No white people, no nothing. It was just Haitians. And I know that for a fact because the translators would be in there. That's where the translators are.
And are the rumors true that they have eaten cats and dogs of people here?
I've not seen it myself, but our geese population down here at the park, it's went way, way, way down. Before when you drove in the park, you would have to stop and let the geese come across, sit there for 2, 3, 4 minutes. And, it's like I tell everybody now, you can fly through there like a NASCAR track. I understand why they leave their country because we've been watching it on YouTube about their country. But, to drop like 20,000 on us and, then they get all these money, the new cars, the houses.
What kind of money and what kind of cars? Describe kind of the benefits that they are getting here.
I don't know exactly what kind of money they get, but I've been reading on the Crime Monitor that Dole, they brought them in, paying their rent, making sure, they got a way back and forth to work and that stuff.
And how much do you think they're paying them? Cheaper than Americans?
Yeah, diversity staffing up on High Street. Don't know if you guys have heard about that or not.
DEI or what?
Diversity.
Yeah.
Staffing. I guess they're only paying them like $12.50 an hour.
Sounds like there is some truth to some of the rumors that are being spread on the internet.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's all rumors. Some of it may be, but most of it's the truth. I mean, why would we want to lie? We live here, and it's our town, community, and, why should we lie about it?
When the news came out, when Donald Trump was in the debate, when he said, they're eating the cats and dogs, and you guys living here in Springfield, Ohio, listening to national news, what was your guys' initial reaction?
Well, see, the same night that debate was on, they had a meeting up here at the town hall. And, and everybody blames Trump and Vance for getting that started. No, it didn't get started from them. Just telling the truth.
What's the priority, would you say, between Americans, homeless Americans, veterans, and then the migrants?
Well, the veterans and the homeless, honestly, they get treated like shit compared to the Haitians. Everybody's getting kicked out of their houses, and the Haitians are getting them because the landlord knows that they're getting a lot more money for them. So, they don't care about the renters.
Why would the city be for having this large influx of people come through?
Well, my opinion is they're making big money off of it.
In what ways do they make money?
Well, I mean, here we go. Get it fired up. The mayor uptown here, I won't say no names, he owns quite a bit of property around here, and that's about all that lives in his house. And he owns a funeral home. So, he's making money either way, living or for dying.
Holy cow. So wait, so the mayor of Springfield
Yeah.
owns a lot of property here, and he is employing the Haitian migrants.
Yeah, he rents to them, so, he's making big money off of that.
And then he also owns a funeral home.
Yeah, I won't tell you which one.
Holy cow.
I was just told that there's a town in Alabama that after, this started, airing, it's happening down there too, the Haitians.
With that being said, I headed to the small town of Sylacauga in Alabama. We hear that this could potentially be the next Springfield, Ohio of the United States. Have you guys seen a lot of influx of migrants coming through here, or what have you heard?
No, I haven't, but I have had a lot of people come through and say that a lot of them are staying at Jackson Trace Motel, which is in Sylacauga, and also in Fayetteville, and apparently FEMA has been bringing in trailers.
Bringing in the Haitian migrants by trailers?
Yeah, the FEMA trailers. So, yes.
Wow. Does it worry you knowing that these people are just going to start coming into the country, coming into your guys' small towns? This is a very small town, only about 12,000 people live in here.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I try to give everybody, the benefit of a doubt. I try to trust everybody. I, myself personally, have not seen anyone.
Okay, you have just heard stuff so far.
Yeah, I've even heard police say that, yes, they've seen them.
Do you think now from what we saw in Springfield, do you think now the Haitian migrants are maybe a little scared to come out now?
Could be. Very so.
I headed over to the motel to see if it was actually true if they were housing the migrants inside this motel. I was curious. We heard that this is a spot where they're holding all the Haitian migrants. Is that true?
We do have 2 rooms where they're staying.
So they do stay here, the Haitian migrants?
Yeah, we have 2 rooms of them, yeah.
It turned out only a few of the rooms were being used to house Haitian migrants, and while I was inside this small town, I only saw a few migrants that were inside a Walgreens using a machine to send money back to Haiti. But I did go to a local church in the area, and they had a full-on meeting to discuss how they were going to take care of all the Haitian migrants that have recently arrived into the town. I then met a lady at the Walmart parking lot who had a lot of interesting things to say, especially regarding Kamala Harris and the election. How do you feel about them coming in?
Well, I feel like that this country, is a melting pot, and there's nothing wrong with having people come in, but I feel like it needs to be legally, and I also feel like that they don't need to spend taxpayers' money without permission, without either getting a vote on it or having a say on it.
Yeah, have you seen a lot of them here inside the city?
Just a few.
So you guys did not have any say-so as to whether or not they were coming into your city? They just showed up?
No, they just pretty much showed up.
And the government allowed 300,000 Haitian migrants to come over because of what is happening in their country, but they literally paid for their flights for them to come into the United States with yours and mine's dollar. That's where a lot of people are upset. And why do you think the government would be incentivized to do that, to bring over 300,000 people here into the country?
It has to be a way they're pocketing money because that's all the government does. The things I've seen on the internet, don't know how some of it's true, but they don't have to have a license. They don't have to have a permit. They don't have to have registration, you know. And then I know there was a Haitian that wrecked a bus. And then a lady on the internet was saying one drove backwards and run somebody off the road and hurt somebody. If you're going to bring them in, it needs to be legal. It needs to be with the American people understanding what's going on, you know, the truth out, you know. And then it needs to be where, you know, they need to be, I don't know what you call it, taught how this is the way things work here. This is how things are done, and you need to do it. If it's against the law for me to do it, and I've been born and raised here all my life and still paying taxes, then it should be against the law for them to do anything. They need to follow the same guidelines. If I went to their country, I would have to follow the same guidelines they do. There's news saying now that because some of the Haitians got dropped off where Kamala Harris lives, you know, basically out on the street, she is now suing Alabama, saying that we're messing up their voting rights, the Haitians' voting rights. Yeah, I've been reading it. Y'all have to read it, please.
After doing some research, it is true that the United States Justice Department is now suing Alabama because it is aiming to remove non-citizens from its election rolls. And now, after traveling all across the country and into Mexico to see what was happening with the Haitian migrants, it is going to be very interesting to see what happens in the upcoming months, especially with everything going on in the United States currently. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. This is Nick, and I'll see you next video.